What if the ways of this world don't work? What if the foundation of your thinking are full of lies? And what if words have been spoken over you with untruthful ties that you'll never achieve? Words you believe, but you misconceive, that you're worthless and despised. That's your potential unrealised. What if you're treated badly and abused? Would that not leave you totally confused? And what if you've never felt secure? You'd doubt yourself and feel unsure. What if you were nurtured in wrongful ways, polluted with malice in the harshest of days? What if lies were planted in you to stop you being who you were created to be, to stop you reaching your destiny? What if the lies were passed down by the last generation, coldly handing over a false frustration? What if you were being set up to fail? What if it was carefully designed in wrongful detail? What if you can't see any point in it all, staring intently in a solid brick wall? And what if you struggled with all of life's stresses, unable to cope with the harsh way it presses? What if your size didn't matter? And what if you chose to reject the venomous chatter? What if the fear of your peers just left you in tears, emotionally stripped back and stuck in arrears? What if you looked up from your screen? Did you know there's a world to be seen? When did your phone become your clone and left you feeling like a human machine? What if you watched while someone is bullied for self-satisfaction? Will no one step forward and start to take action? What if you film it to gain some fame, when the reality is it's just watched in shame? What if you stood out from the crowd? And what if you said, this is not allowed? What if you do? Then you'll start to feel proud. And what if you move against the flow? If you help in love, it's the right way to go. What if the media makes your life seedier? Trying to fit in makes you totally needier. What if drugs only deterred you, left you devoid and completely destroyed you? What if they stopped you seeing your family that will never be, your son or your daughter that you try to foresee? What if too much speed slowed you down? What if having the crack just wasn't funny? What if heroin was harrowing? What if there was no O in K? And what if there was no need for weed? What if too much drinking changed your thinking and the next day's night before is not quite sinking? What if you thought you had lots of fun, but by the next rising sun, your dignity's done? What if it left you rejected and tormented, with the truth undetected? What if you cut yourself to ease the pain? Would things change, or would they remain the same? What if you hurt yourself because you hated who you are, without realising your potential to shine like a star? What if you had no idea what an amazing future you had? Your cup's half full, that's only 50% bad. What if your dreams were destroyed and hushed by words or actions to see you crushed? What if being promiscuous only hurt you, defiled you, devalued and left guilt all over you? What if you hadn't detected that no one's protected? A rush of desire without thoughtful perspective? And what if you caught a disease? Your body decrees, it's in total displease. What if it left you degraded, exposed and unshaded? What if sex was just a thrill, but had the power to potentially kill? What if it left you alone to raise a child? What if you hate the other parent and they hate you? And what if the child sees this as normal? What if the child hates too? What if that child was you? What if the truth is, you just wanted to be accepted and cared for and held and no longer neglected? What if there was a person designed to perfection just for you? What if they would love you for who you are no matter what you do? What if it wasn't about how you look, but who you are? What if you were someone else's heart's desire? And what if they stood by you in thick and thin through all the trials a life will bring? What if your foundations were full of truth? That you are loved more than you will ever know? That's not too hard for me to show. What if somebody wanted to perfect you, confirm you, strengthen you and establish you? And what if you had hope and a great future written all over you, with life to the full and nothing to harm you? What if you didn't have to prove yourself to anyone ever again, not forcing yourself to be awkwardly vain? And what if you were loved unconditionally? What if you were created to do great things, kind things, loving things? What if the good things you did changed people's lives? Your sense of purpose may open your eyes. What if you couldn't fail? Realising this truth starts to lift your veil. What if somebody had gone before you and made things ready, encouraged you forward and kept you steady? You are full of purpose. What if you did stop to talk to the homeless, the widows, the needy, the totally fatherless? What if you gave from the depth of your heart, a loving expression from where it all starts? What if you did volunteer for a day, with no pay and no perks, just your time, let's just say? What if you did choose to be meek? That's not hard to seek. just turn the cheek? What if you showed love to those who cause you stress? A powerful expression of true forgiveness. What if you use love against hate? Not fists, nor rage, nor words to debate. What if you stop talking behind other people's backs, accepting your difference without secret attacks? What if you saw the person not the colour of their skin? And what if you loved the person who lived within? What if everything you ever did wrong was just washed away, never to be remembered or seen to dismay? And what if you could cast all your anxieties away from you and receive peace instead? What if you didn't care what other people said? And what if you were so secure that nothing could break you, mistake you, destroy you, or ultimately take you? And what if you looked in the mirror and liked who you saw, then you're starting to open your life's true door? But what if you looked amazing? But you do. This is you. You are amazing. What if you bless those that persecute you? It's not what this world would expect you to do. What if you're full of regret and knowing the real you has never been met? What if all the money in the world couldn't save you, nor possessions, nor idols, nor man and his ways to? And what if there was a plan to keep you from being the person you were created to be? To deceive you from the start so your eyes cannot see? And what if someone hates you enough to do you harm, but was careful to prevent any cause for alarm? And what if your life was a lie, but cleverly concealed to the day that you die? What if the ways of this world just don't work? What if there was a gift of hope and love? And what if it was a free gift? And what if it was for everyone? And what if it was unconditional? What if you were made to do great things? And what if somebody had died so you could live? There's no greater love that someone can give. And what if they gladly died to save you? What if it meant you could live forever? And what if you are so precious? And what if you are so full of purpose? And what if you are so amazing? And what if you are so loved? And what if the ways of this world just don't work? And what if it all comes down to 3 words? And what if those 3 words are, Jesus loves you?